You've just spent the entire week doing no good habits. You haven't gone to the gym, you haven't meditated, you haven't stuck to your diet, you haven't even read. What do you do now? How do you get back onto self improvement? You were doing so well. You were making progress. You were making everyone happy. Everyone started respecting you, being more attracted to you, and then you let yourself go. How do you get back on track? A friend of mine was just like this. He was on self improvement, but then he got complacent and then he stopped doing all the good habits altogether. He still exercises, but he barely exercises. He stopped meditating, he stopped reading, he even stopped eating enough food to actually bulk. How did this happen? How did he let himself go like this? And how could he have gone back on track onto self-improvement? By this one thing. You need to understand that you never got off self-improvement. You are always on self-improvement, no matter what. You are still the guy on self-improvement. You never got off self-improvement. You got a taste of progress. So you know what it's like to make progress now. You know what it's like to be on self-improvement. You are still on self-improvement, whether you would like it or not. Because of course, your nofap streak will reset sometimes. You'll miss some meditation sessions here and then. You'll even miss some workouts now and again. That is just life. That's just how life operates. Sometimes you will miss things because you will forget to do them or something else will come up. Something more important will happen in your life that will just make you lose your streak. The key is to get back on track as soon as possible, to not let this affect you. Things like vacations, family matters, or events, or accidents, or injuries, all of these things are setbacks that will make you lose progress on self-improvement and make you not be as consistent. But take your time, reset, recover, and then get back on track. You are the guy on self-improvement for life. You are doing this for life. This is not something that just stops. You are doing this all the time because you're aware of it. And if you're aware of it, then you're on it. Now, the key is also to not let your setbacks destroy your mental health. When you are on a setback, you might get the feeling of, I've lost all progress. I just have to get back on track on the same thing as soon as possible. I have to get the same results again the next day. Well, this will destroy your mental health. You have to progressively deload once you've had a setback. You can't immediately jump onto the exact same thing you were doing before the setback. That is not how it works. Let's say you missed a leg day for 2 weeks straight. Well, the next time that you do a leg day, you'll have to start with 50% of the workout. Now you have to realize that even though it's only 50% of the workout, that is still progress. The last 2 weeks, you've done no leg training at all. So some leg training is better than what you've done for the past 2 weeks. You have to realize that. Don't let your ego control you here. Going from 0 to 50% is still progress. Because what you used to do before no longer matters. You are at 0. So you have to progressively deload and then work yourself back up again. You are at 0. Remember that. You are not where you used to be. You can't magically just catch up to where you were before. You have to take your time. You have to build yourself back up again because you can't just magically overnight go and do the same thing you were doing before the setback. Because if you were meditating 20 minutes before, well, after you've not meditated for 3 weeks, you probably won't be able to meditate for 20 minutes again. It'll be too much. You have to start lower. If you used to bench 100 kilograms 2 years ago and then you haven't worked out for those 2 years, then of course, after you start working out again after those 2 years, you won't start benching 100 kilograms immediately. You would start with something lower. You won't start with what you used to do 2 years ago. That doesn't make sense. So take your time, evaluate your situation, reset, recover, and then think of the next step. You are at 0 right now, so just start small. Start small again. Even if you have to repeat the same things you were doing at the start of your self-improvement journey. You can still do those things. You just have to start small, and then you can work yourself up again. Once you work yourself up again, you will see that you are building progress a lot faster than you were when you first began self-improvement, because muscle memory will kick in. You will immediately pick up on what you were doing before. So it'll be a lot easier this time. You just have to not let your ego get in your way. So the conclusion, you never left self-improvement. You just had a bit of a mishap. Rest, recover, and then pick yourself back up again. That is what you need to do in order to hop back on self-improvement. I hope this helped. Good luck, and see you soon.